For today's Cyber CEO episode,
𝗙𝗃 has become part of our team, part of our work family. By having 𝗙𝗃, our cyberbacker, do things on the back end, it's given myself and all of our agents the capacity to go out, get more business, bring more business in turn, more money for our company, more opportunities. And having a cyberbacker going in the background and keeping us in check really has been amazing.
welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is 𝗙𝗃𝗃. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. Jade, how are you doing today?
Hey, I'm great. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you very much for asking and for giving us your time today. I know you have a lot of things to do. Really appreciate you being here. Now, start things off to let you know we have a lot of listeners who are business owners just like yourself. So I need your help. Can you tell me something about yourself and your business, Jade?
So I currently manage the listings for a large to maybe medium-sized real estate team in Florida in the US. So we do a pretty good amount of business, and we kind of came to Cyberbacker as an attempt to help with the data side of things. You know, real estate agents are always out in the field and doing things on site in the property. So it's really important to us that we have that background work done so that we can keep things flowing efficiently.
Yes, of course. Very, very important. That's why virtual leverage is important nowadays. So was this first time working with someone virtual then?
It was. For me, it was. And I think for our team, it was the second time, but I wasn't here when they had that first initial experience. But for me, it has been absolutely wonderful.
Gotcha. Now, it's just great that you're having a great experience with your cyberbacker, of course. Now, talk to me about that, though. It's your first time really personally working with someone virtual. Was it a big change for you at all?
I think the biggest change was just getting 𝗙𝗃, our cyberbacker, up to speed on our policies and procedures and real estate in general. It can be a little tricky even for, people in the US to be state to state. All the laws are different. So the training period was probably the most in depth, but it really only took about a month or so to get things flowing, and things have been really efficient ever since.
Wow. So just a month to get everything flowing. So how long have you been working with 𝗙𝗃 then?
Oh my gosh, we're probably coming up on a year, I think.
Okay. So first year coming with your cyberbacker, of course. Now, I'm curious to know, talk to me more about 𝗙𝗃, your cyberbacker. What's it like working with them?
She's great. Her communication is amazing, and that's something that we really look for when we were bringing someone onto our team. We have multiple transactions going on at a time, so it's really important that I have access to, our virtual person to be able to send an email, send a text message, make a phone call, and she has just been fantastic in all of those aspects.
Everything just going smoothly then with your cyberbacker. Now, before you even got to work with her, though, you went through our hiring process here in Cyberbacker. That means interviews on Zoom, communicating with our cyberbacker team, of course, to know what you need and what you want, of course, from your cyberbacker. So talk to me more about that. How did that experience go?
It was actually kind of fun. It was really cool to be able to get the background information on people and then get to see them face to face. I'm kind of a big personality, so I was looking for somebody who would, be able to kind of go back and forth with me and, be able to talk to clients on the phone if that was something that needed to happen. We were focused on data and background work, but there are times where, our cyberbacker has to make phone calls for us or dig a little bit deeper for more information. So it was really cool to be able to gauge all the different personalities over video chat before I kind of let them loose as a member of our team.
Okay. So what was it about 𝗙𝗃? I'm quite curious. What was it about 𝗙𝗃 then that you wanted to partner with her?
Well, first she told me that she loves coffee, so that was like a selling point for me.
That's a plus.
But I think really, like I said earlier, the communication part of it. She said that she had experience working with multiple different personalities before, and it really just the vibe between her and I, where we could kind of go back and forth and bounce ideas off of each other while we were talking during the interview, made me feel comfortable doing that in the workplace as well.
There we go. So just by doing the interviews, and there was already a perfect match right there, as we can say it. Now,
It was
yeah,
pretty clear.
pretty clear. Yeah, and I think it started with coffee, so I think that's perfect
Yeah.
right there. Now, more about you. Then talk to me about tasks. What do you ask you to help you with in the business every day?
So primarily her tasks are when our agents go out and get a new listing, we have to input every piece of data about that property into our MLS system. That's how other agents get into the system to see if that property is going to be a match for their clients. So the agents and I will go on site to the property, and I will fill out an information sheet, send it to Geo, and she will upload it all into that backend system. We also have her going to different property appraisers' websites and learning how to pull information off of there that's relevant to the listing and input that data as well. We also utilize her to keep up with our G Drive. So she downloads all of our pertinent documents into that. It really is just a culmination of data being saved and put where it needs to go. And it's super nice to have someone keep us organized on the back end like that.
So basically, she's almost everywhere in the business, and almost as of now.
Yes. So when it has to do with buying a home, she hasn't really touched that yet, but anything to do with the listing, she's seeing it come through and she's helping with that.
Gosh. But talking about that, then, would you want her to do more, though? Of course, she's still gonna continue growing and learning with you guys, of course, in the team, in the business. In relation to that, would you want her to do, let's say, anything new, any new tasks that you're planning to let her do, let's say, in the next couple of months from today?
So our team is looking to expand the commercial side of our real estate business. We do residential and commercial. So if we bring Geo on with any more tasks, we would be looking to have her kind of mirror the residential side of the business on the commercial side of the business. It's the same concept, but different programs, different policies, different practices. So that's kind of where we would be shifting her focus to learning more new things.
Gosh, that's going to be very exciting for her. Obviously, more things to do, more opportunities for her to learn, of course. Now, I want to talk a bit about the partnership that you have with your cyberbacker. So we get this a lot. There are a lot of business owners that would be like, how do I learn to trust someone? He's not in the same office as me. My cyberbacker is not going to be in the same country as me. So how did you and your cyberbacker do it?
I think in the beginning, like you said, it can be hard to trust someone and that they're going to do it. So in the beginning, I was following up at the end of her tasks every day. We get that really awesome cyberbacker report at the end of her shift that says what she's accomplished. So it was easy for me to go back in and see if those tasks had been done appropriately. And if they hadn't been completed the way we like them, I would kind of make bullet points and we'd review the next day. Now that we have a flow going, I really only have to check on her work once a week just to make sure that things are getting put where they need to get put, making sure that all of the rules and policies have been followed. And so far, so good. It's been really nice to see that shift from, at the end of every shift to once a week having to follow up.
Yeah, that's a good shift because so what you're saying is it's like investing your time during the beginning of the partnership and just to make sure that everything's going great, everything's wonderful. Then after that, it transitions to little time, little time rather
Yes.
than doing it every day.
Exactly. And I think that's the same whether you have someone working in your office or whether you have someone virtually. The more time and the more training you put into that person, the more you're going to get out of it and the more efficient that they're going to be. So it really hasn't been a struggle at all for her to be virtual.
So 100% agree with you there. Now, how about communication? How does communication play a role in the partnership that you have with you?
Communication plays a huge role and Geo is on top of it. I can send her a text while I'm driving from appointment to appointment, asking her to check on something and she'll get right on it. My emails are always answered super quickly. If she has a question, which is really important to me, like I like to know if she has a question, it's going to be asked. I'd rather take 5 minutes to explain something to someone versus having them try for 30 minutes to figure it out.
Oh, yeah.
And she always asks important questions when she needs to. So, communication has been huge, but it's been great.
Very, very important in any kind of partnership. I think even if it's virtual or not, communication has to be there, really has to be open, of course. Now, one last question while I still have you here, Jade. You've been with your Cyberbacker for almost a year, going on your first anniversary with your Cyberbacker. What's been the biggest impact of virtual leverage in the business so far?
I think really just keeping our numbers growing. By having 𝗙𝗯, our Cyberbacker, do things on the back end, it's given myself and all of our agents the capacity to go out, get more business, bring more business in and turn more money for our company, more opportunities. And having a Cyberbacker going in the background and keeping us in check really has been amazing.
We go. Now, it seems to me that you've already found your perfect Cyberbacker right there in 𝗙𝗯, and for sure, once we have this online, she's going to be able to listen and watch this. So I was wondering, before we end, would you want to give her a quick shout out or any special message you'd like to give out?
Yes, 𝗙𝗯 has become part of our team, part of our work family. A couple of our other admin people have been using her. So we love you, 𝗙𝗯. Don't go anywhere. No one else is allowed to have you.
There we go. I don't think she's going anywhere. Jade, by the way, we really, really appreciate your time here today. We're very excited to see the continued success of this partnership. Again, thank you very much for being here. I had fun talking to you.
Thank you so much. Y'all have a great day.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.